بسم الله. لا هي نضمن له مش مشكلة.
ماشي.
طيب احنا اللي حنتعلم اليوم حنشوف احنا سوينا بروجرام جديد ما في يعني مش بايثون، هو كوريجرافي، بس دي في بارتس من الكود اللي سويناها بالبايثون استخدمناها كبلوكس بالكوريجرافي. طيب خالد يمكن ما بتعرف الكوريجرافي من بداية ما اشتغلت عليه صح؟ طيب يعني بس اعطي اوفر فيو سريع. اول شيء لما تشغل الكوريجرافي طبعا احنا عم نستخدم اللي هو مناسب للبيبر روبوت اللي هو 2.5.10.7. اوكي، وفي 3 فيرجنز من الكوريجرافي، بنستعمل الواحد اللي هو مناسب للبيبر روبوت. طيب هو 2.5. بس شغل الكوريجرافي اول شيء باي ديفولت الكوريجرافي بيكون كونكتد على فيرتشوال روبوت، والفيرتشوال روبوت غالبا بيكون ناو روبوت، هذا للسيميوليشن ممكن تستخدمه. تمام. في فيتشرز بتكون مش موجوده بالسيميوليشن طبيعيا لانه هذا مش فيزيكالي موجود، ففي فيتشرز مش موجوده فيه. تمام. فاحيانا ممكن تظهر عندك ايرورز بالبروجرام تبعك بسبب انك انت عم تستخدم السيميوليتد روبوت. اوكي، بس ممكن تستخدمه ب 70% 60% من الفيتشرز اذا بدك تعمل تراي بالبيت. تمام. طيب فاول شيء انت عمل ديسكونكت من الفيرتشوال روبوت، بعدين كونكت على الروبوت بالاي بي تبعه، او اذا ظهر عندك بالليست، وغالبا اذا بالسيم راوتر سيم واي فاي غالبا حيظهر عندك بالليست. تمام. بكون اسمه paper.login. تمام. بس احسن احنا عم نستخدم عشان اذا كان عندنا اكثر من روبوت ما بدنا نعمل كونكت على واحد ثاني بالغلط، عم بستخدم الاي بي. تمام. عشان كمان اذا كان في مشكله بالكونكشنز او كذا كنت عارف انت اكيد عم تعمل كونكت على الروبوت. اوكي، فبستعمل الاي بي تبع الروبوت. طب كيف بعرف الاي بي تبع الروبوت؟ بروح على الروبوت في
Hello, Pepper. My internet address is 192, 168, 127.
127 انتر تشبك على الروبوت. اوكي، فالبريفيو بيعطيك الموديل بريفيو للروبوت. اوكي، بيعطيك اذا هو شايف شخص قدامه كمان او لا. اوكي، بيعطيك اياه هيك بوجه اصفر، وبيعطيك حركة الروبوت in real time، يعني حاليا كيف عم يتحرك راسه. اوكي، اوف لحتى تقدر تحركه فريلي. يعني انت هلا اذا حركت شوي حيتحرك معك شيء بسيط ما حتلاحظه لانه الانترنال اوردرز للروبوت، شوف حتحرك شوي لكن الانترنال اوردرز حترجعه اللي هو الاوتونوموس لايف موشن حترجعه للبوزيشن تبعه. اوكي. طيب هاي عن كيف نبدا الكوريجرافي. طيب الروبوت اذا بدك توقفه ما يتحرك، ما هي مشكله حتكون عندك اذا كنت بتعمل بروجرامينج. في خلف الروبوت التشارجنج بورت هذا، بس ارفعه الروبوت ما هو يتحرك. اوكي، مجرد انت بتسوي بروجرامينج ما بدك الروبوت يتحرك عشان تقدر تضلك تشوف التابلت شو عم بظهر عليه، عشان بدك يضل يتحرك مع الاصوات. اوكي، ما بتبع الاصوات. هاي طيب هذا ان جنرال. طيب طبعا هاي كونكت، تفتح لك صفحة الكونكشن، صفحة تحط الاي بي. البورت طبعا دائما 9559 ما بتغير. تمام. ثاني ديسكونكت لما تفصل عن الروبوت. هاي ابلود اند بلاي، يعني كيف الاردوينو بنعمل ابلود اند بلاي للكود، نفس الشيء انت هون تعمل ابلود اند بلاي للكود. طيب الكود بما انه هو بروجكت حينزل على الروبوت باسم last uploaded choreography behavior. طيب لما تعمل له بس داونلود على الروبوت او ابلود على الروبوت، اوكي، بنزل باسم الباكج اللي انت مسميه، فبصير بتلاقيهم هون بالباكجز بالاسم اللي انت سميته. يعني هدول كلهم مسوينهم هني وعامل لهم ابلود على الروبوت بهاي البطن package and install current project to the robot. اوكي. طيب هلا احنا كل اللي حنسويه حيكون بس playing، يعني حنعمل upload and play، وحيكون اسم البروجكت عندنا last upload choreography behavior. تمام. في حال حسيت انه الروبوت في مشكله بالبروجرام تبعك بعد ما حطيته، او ضل الانتراكشن كويشنز ضل الروبوت عم يسمعهم حتى بعد ما خلصت، اعمل ديليت لللاست ابلودد كوريوغرافي بيهيفير بس. اوكي، يعني عادي انك تمحيه مثل. تمام. طيب البروجكت اللي اشتغلنا عليه تبع ال NMC حتلاقوه موجود، بانه انا اشتغلت عليه اخر فترة، فكان اسمه الفيرجن اللي انا بشتغل عليه حاليا V3. طبعا بس اخلص اخر فيرجن حنسميه فاينل، حيكون هذا اللي تستخدموه بعدين. اوكي، حيكون هذا اللي تستخدموه بعدين. اوكي، ندى الفيرجن اللي حشتغل عليه حاليا هو الفيرجن 3، لان انا حاليا وصلت ثيرد فيرجن من البروجكت، بعد في شوية ديباجز عم بشتغل عليها، لكن الفاينل فيرجن حسميه فاينل NMC فاينل، وهذا بيكون الفاينل فيرجن اللي بتستخدمه. اوكي. طيب في كتير بلوكس، لكن in simple هني كلهم similar و simple ideas. تمام. طيب شو الشيء اللي سويناه جديد؟ بالماضي قبل كنا نستخدم HTML pages مثل وقت البلدية. اوكي، كان ال HTML pages داخلها الفانكشنز، الجافا سكريبت فانكشنز، بس تضغط على البوتون بتحولك internal HTML page، بتحولك ل HTML page تاني. اوكي، الروبوت ما كان بيعرف وين صرت انا بال HTML pages. اوكي، وان جنرال كنت انت بتسأل الروبوت تطلب منه ينقلك على HTML page معين، مثل مكان المدير او مين هو المدير او كذا، بيعطي الاوردر اللي هو بغير ال HTML page. تمام. لكن الفيدباك من ال HTML page للروبوت ما كان موجود، ما كنا نستخدمه. اوكي، ليش؟ لانه احنا كنا عم نشتغل HTML بس. تمام. لحتى ناخذ فيدباك من ال HTML pages سوينا بالجافا سكريبت استخدمنا لايبراري بترجع لك فاليو بالميموري للروبوت. اوكي، هاي الفاليو استخدمناها بالكوريوغرافي لنعرف وين احنا بال HTML page. طيب عشان يكون الموضوع سمبل وإفكتيف ونكون قادرين انه نتحكم فيه احنا، خليت الروبوت هو بس اللي يتحكم بال HTML pages. يعني حاليا الجافا سكريبت ما بتعمل سويتشنج لل HTML pages، بتخلي الروبوت يعرف شو البوتن اللي pressed، what is the pressed button، وهو الروبوت يقرر شو يسوي. اوكي، based on the interaction scenario. اوكي. طيب كيف سوينا الموضوع؟ بالبروجكت فايلز فيرجن 3 بال HTML folder. HTML folder هو اللي فيه كل الميديا بالبروجكت. اوكي، اي فيديوز بدك تسوي لها بلاي، HTML pages بدك تعملها ديسبلاي، images، لازم تكون داخل ال HTML folder. طيب انت لما تعمل create project folder ما بكون فيه HTML page، لا HTML folder، لكن لازم تعمل folder وتسميه بالضبط HTML lowercase حتى تحط فيه الفايلز بدك تستخدمها كميديا فايلز. اوكي. طيب ال HTML folder اللي عندنا شو فيه؟ في الصور اللي استخدمناها حسب الانتراكشن سيناريو عنا، في مثلا اجندا، في بكت، في CME CNE، صور استخدمناها حسب الانتراكشن سيناريو تبع ال NMC. اوكي، نفس مثلا لو كنا بنستخدم عند البلديه كان في عندهم صور المستشار، صور المدير، صور. اوكي، كلها حطيناها بال HTML فولدر. طيب شو في عندنا كمان؟ في عندنا اللايبراريز تبعت الجافا سكريبت او الجافا سكريبت فولدرز اللي فيها الجافا سكريبت كودز المتعلقة بكل HTML فايل. كل HTML فايل بيحتاج جافا سكريبت فايل، جافا سكريبت كود إذا كان في أي أكشن داخل ال HTML page. أوكي، وال CSS كمان هم للستايلينج لل HTML page. أوكي، أظن هذا عارف الموضوع. أوكي، خل عندك فكرة عن الموضوع ال HTML. أوكي جريت، تمام، ممتاز. تمام. فال CSS وال GS لكل HTML page موجودين بال GS وال CSS folders. تمام. حنيجي للت فونتس كمان نفس الشيء، عارفين احيانا ممكن نحتاج فونتس فموجود بالفونت فولدر. تمام. ليدز هاي اللايبراري اللي الروبوت فتح بالانترنال ستورج بالروبوت هاي اللايبرري اللي الروبوت بيستخدمها اصلا ليسوي interaction بين ال HTML pages والروبوت لبس. فاحنا استخدمناها فعليا. اللي سويناه دخلنا على الانترنال فولدرز الروبوت بالفايلزلا، دورنا على اللايبرري اللي كان فيه حد بتوتوريال اونلاين مستخدمها، لقينا اللايبرري فولدر، عدلنا عليه شيء بسيط عشان يتواصل من الروبوت للتابلت. اوكي، يعني فيها تعديلات بسيطة. اوكي، واستخدمناها. عشان نستخدمها بالكوريوغرافي لازم تكون موجودة داخل ال HTML فولدر كمان. اوكي،
اللي متعدل فيها بس الهوست بتاع الاي بي بتاع الروبوت.
اي بي تبع الروبوت اللي هو الانترنال اي بي بين الروبوت
اي بي
والتابلت.
الروبوت بس هو
اوكي، بس هو هذا الشيء التعديل اللي سواه. اوكي، يعني هاي هذا ما في داعي تغير، وهذا ما بتغير. اوكي، ومش في كونكشن بين التابلت والروبوت انترنال. اوكي، هذا الكونكشن الانترنال عن طريق USB تتر، هم عاملينه الشركه بهالطريقه يعني. اوكي، فهذا الاي بي ما بتغير. اوكي، فيو دونت هاف تو تشينج. اوكي، طيب وفي فولدر اسمه كاونتر. طيب الفولدر كاونتر هذا للسبب احنا عاملينه فولدر لانه هو داخله فيه كاونتر HTML فايل. اوكي، هذا index. اوكي، هذا استخدمناه بس عشان يسوي كاونتنج للسكند بالفيديو ريكوردينج. اوكي، فمشان هيك احنا سويناه HTML page بس بتعد 3 2 1، بس تخلص 3 2 1 بتروح لكاونتر page بس. فالكاونتر هذا كله عبارة عن مش عارف كم سكند بتعد مثلا 60 سكند up to ما يضغط اليوزر كانسل او سبميت او يخلص التايم اوت اللي احنا حاطينه 30 سكند 60 سكند هاور. اوكي، بس عشان يعمل ريكورد فيديو. تمام. طيب فنفس الشيء الكاونتر له ملفات CSS والفونس والجي اس الخاصه به. اوكي، طيب حنيجي بالتفاصيل لكل شيء بس نحتاجه. طيب بناء على interaction scenario اللي كان معطى لنا اللي هو ال questions اللي هي هاي part A conversational. اوكي، part B اللي فيه information عن هذا ال updated one، في information عن NMC، و part C اللي هو surprise contents. اوكي، بناء على ال 3 parts A B C سوينا ال interaction scenarios للروبوت اللي حشرحها حاليا. اوكي، part A general، يعني 90% من part A contents بالpart A can be used for any exhibition or any event. okay, more than this ضفنا على الروبوت ال basic interaction questions اللي هي اصلا الروبوت paper you can ask him about it most of them. يعني what could we access from the internal storage ضفناهم كلهم على ال interaction تبع part A. فعليا ضفناهم بالكوريوغرافي بس ما ضفناهم بالword file. okay, بس in anyhow يعني if you ask the robot now raise your volume or speak softer حيعمل نفس الاكشن اللي بتسويه بالعاده لو ما كان البروجرام تبعنا شغال. اوكي، يعني كانت عندنا هاي المشكله من قبل ما كان يستجيب مع الاسئله العاديه. اوكي، طيب فصار في عندنا NMC dialog اللي هو general dialog questions. اوكي، اللي هو mainly في البارت A والجنرال كويستشنز تبعت الروبوت الفاكتوري كويستشنز. صار في عندنا سيرفي ديالوج لانه عندهم بالسربرايز كونتنت في بدهم العميل يقدر يعبي سيرفي. طبعا حتكون السيرفي دايناميك سيرفي، هي عباره عن كيرسر بس بيحركوا يمين ويسار، سلايدر عفوا بيحركوا يمين ويسار يعطي الفاليو، وبناء على الفاليو الروبوت بيسوي اكشن. اذا كانت الفاليو لو يعني لو فيدباك فالروبوت بيساوي اكشن معين. حاليا عندنا بيبعت ايميل للمانجر. اوكي، اذا كانت هاي فيدباك او above 50% بس بيعطي انه ثانك يو وي ار هابي ذات يو وي ار هابي وذ اس، شيء زي هيك. اوكي، الاوبشن الثاني عندنا اللي هو فيديو فيدباك. الفيديو فيدباك اللي هو بيتعلق بالكاونتر HTML فايل اللي شفتوه. اوكي، اللي هو بعد 3 2 1 get ready وبعدين ببلش يسجل فيديو. طيب هذا السيرفي دايلوج. تيك موبايل دايلوج. تيك موبايل دايلوج هذا خاص بال موبايل انبوت HTML page. في عندنا HTML page بس خاصة ان تاخذ موبايل نمبر للعميل او لليوزر. اوكي، فليش غيرنا من ديالوج لديالوج ثاني عشان ناخذ input من ال HTML؟ عشان الروبوت ما يقعد يفهم الكلام الثاني اللي اليوزر بيحكيه. كانت عندنا هاي المشكلة لما نفتح ال HTML page، الديالوج بعد ما خلص الجنرال ديالوج، يعني if you ask him speak softer حيشيل take موبايل HTML page، حيفتح الشكل اللي هو البطارية الباتري، اوكي، الباتري ليفل، فهيك اليوزر ما حيقدر انه يدخل الموبايل نمبر، صح؟
عدلتها تشتغل عادي.
اللي هي
الحين عادي إذا main program ال HTML doesn't get interrupted by the dialog.
how is switch to another
subscribe event. ترى في subscription حق الايفنت تقدر تحطها بال HTML.
اوكي، بس ال HTML نفسه ما يسوي close حسب الايفنت.
هيك خليته يعني continuous.
اوكي، عندنا الموضوع اختلف، لان احنا بدنا الروبوت يتحكم بال HTML page، عندك اللي تتحكم فيه داخل ال HTML. That's the difference. وهن حتى الشركة نفس الشيء عاملين، الشركة عاملين لكل input page HTML page يغيروا الداتا، يغير الداتا كامل التوبيك، يعني في TOP فايل. ليش؟ لأن لما يدخل في التوبيك ثاني خلص الفوكس كله بيصير على هذا التوبيك. got it؟ حتى في أحيانا بيكون عندك options، مثلا حتشوف هلا take موبايل، إذا if you said no الروبوت خلص، أو الروبوت will give you another chance. Is it possible can I have your mobile number or not share to anyone مثلا؟ اوكي، الطريقة ما حتقدر تسويها لو كان في الجنرال ده، حيكون الموضوع شوي complex، لأنه complicated، لأنه حيكون في أسئلة ثانية مشابهة للسؤال، وهي الشيء هذا الشيء صار معنا كثير. اوكي، فنفس الشيء سوينا لتيك ايميل. تيك ايميل سوري، خليته بتيك موبايل، داخل تيك موبايل. اوكي، نفس الشيء سويت لتيك بيكتشر. تيك بيكتشر بالسربرايز كونتنت كمان طلبوا انه يكون في some يعني different يعني new ideas بالسربرايز كونتنت. فالفكرة اللي اتفقنا عليها اللي هي to take picture. let's say they selfie picture، بس هو الروبوت is taking the picture using its head camera. okay, he's taking picture of the user and sending it via email instantly. يعني هو بياخذ الصورة will display it on the tablet، بعدين it will send it via email to the user and ask him to check his email. Got it? Instant. Okay, so that was one of the surprise idea they wanted. Okay, طيب. Now let's get to the programming of what I explained. طيب, all these blocks they look complex, but we will break them down. Okay, طيب. In details, the first block, initializations, as its name says, it initializes some few things. طيب, what it initializes? Meanwhile, it initializes speed of speaking, okay, time zone, because this was a problem when you ask the robot about the time, the robot says different time than the current time zone. So I corrected it from here. I make sure that it is in Asia, Dubai, and I make the confidence threshold 45%. يعني this is the percentage where the robot understands the question. Okay, above this percentage the robot will accept the question from you. Below this percentage, يعني إذا كان understanding below this percentage 45%, the robot will not accept this as a question. Okay, for now that's it what I have in this initializations block. Okay, so you have to double tap on it to open the code. Okay, so this is a hard coded block. Okay, and whenever I want to start all over the program from the beginning, or start it all over, I just go back to this initializations block. Okay, طيب. Now here are blocks to subscribe to events. Okay, I'm using them for testing mainly because I'm subscribing to the events inside the dialogues themselves. Okay, So we have mainly we have cancel event, we have email event, we have mobile event, we have survey event, and we have some other events that we will see in the dialog. Okay, but I'm using these for testing only. Now, the first dialog is the general topic dialog, NMC dialog. Okay. The first dialog is the NMC dialog. بعدين we have take mobile dialog, we have survey dialog, and take picture dialog. Okay, I think you can easily understand choreography blocks. طيب. Each dialog has several outputs. Each output connected to the function where we want to, for example, this is connected to the survey where it stops this block and opens the survey dialog. Okay, this one is connected to take mobile. So when I trigger this take mobile, I do two things. I stop the dialog and I launch take mobile dialog. Got it? So whenever you want to jump from dialog to another, you have to kill this dialog and launch the other one at the same time. Okay? At sometimes this may make a error, but this is less frequent to happen. Okay, you may what may happen that this dialog will stop and this may not start. If this happens, you just restart again from here, and it is very easy. You just press the back button of the robot, it will restart. But this is very less frequent to happen. Okay.
ممكن تخلي الديالوج التاني هو اللي يعمل ستوب للأول بعد ما يستارت.
ما في output بيطلع منه بعد ما يسوي start. And you cannot start a new dialog if you don't stop the first one. So it has to go in sequence, stop and then start. That's why you inside the block, when I open it, you will see that I stop it even inside the block. Okay, to make this happen less frequent. I'm sure there is a solution, but I'm still looking for it. Okay, but it is working 90% of times. It's working. Okay, like the first dialog, NMC dialog, has str output. You see that str output is in all dialogs. str output, I'm using it to give the name of the thing that I want to display on the screen. Okay, if it was HTML page, I just put the whole name as it is, .html. If it was JPEG or PNG or whatever image, okay, I give the name with the extension directly. Okay, and if it wasn't HTML page and it wasn't an image, what should it be? The third option is to be the text that the robot is saying. At this option, what I do is I go to this current face, this avatar, okay, in the program. The program goes to this avatar image, opens it, writes the text the robot is saying on it, and displays it. Okay. For example, let's play it and see how the output will be.
Loading NMC program.
Okay, so at the beginning, the robot is showing the NMC logo and the lab logo and your logo. See? So it says, sorry, I don't understand what you say, because str output here equals, sorry, I don't understand what you say.
Sorry, I did not understand it.
Good. Hello.
Greetings, how can I help you?
Okay. Okay, fine. Let's say,
What did you say?
what is the time?
It is 3:02.
Okay, so
Sorry?
there is nothing to display when you ask him what is the time. But when you say, show the time,
Sorry, I haven't gotten understood.
show the time.
Here is the time in local time.
Show the date.
Here is the date in local time.
Okay, so it's supposed to display the website.
Howdy, how can I help
Okay,
you?
of the time that whatever it's
Here
time.
is the time in local time.
Okay, it's the time website. But since the time is not connected to internet. Okay, so that we will come to there to see the options of the
Sorry,
tablet and how to
I do not know anything
Okay.
about that. What do you mean?
Let me stop it. So if it is HTML page, it will display that HTML page. If it is image, it will display the image. But they are supported, the most common ones: JPEG, PNG, JPG. Okay, the most common supported extensions are there. And if you want to see these extensions, open tablet display box. Okay, double click on it. You will see here the supported extensions of an image. Okay, JPG, JPEG, PNG, and JPG capital. If you want to add more, you can just add or URL ends with and add. Okay, so that's how I'm doing. Okay, so if it is an image, it will display it this way. If it is a website, okay, or HTML page, it will display it as it displays HTML pages, because even websites are displayed the same way as HTML pages in the API of the robot. Okay, so if you write www.google.com, it will open google.com. If you write whatever.html, it will look up in the internal memory and find that HTML page. So that's the API is handling it. Okay, that's why I'm doing it the same in the same step. Else, it assumes that this is a text that you want to display. Okay, so it calls pill. See, I'm using pill library. It's installed in the robot. It's available in the robot. It calls this pill library to write on the current face .jpg image. To write on it, okay, in the bottom middle, the lower middle space. To write on it the text that the robot should say. And you can customize this. It doesn't have to be exactly as the robot is saying it. Okay, I will show you in the dialog how to do it. So this is NMC dialog. Okay, so let's say for example when you say yeah, are you happy? str output is here. I am happy because this is the first time I'm in MC and so on. So this doesn't have to be the same as the response, which comes after str output. Okay, and why str output first, then the response? Because I want to display the text at the same time as the robot is saying it. So if you don't understand the spelling of the robot, okay, you can read the spelling. You can read what the robot is saying.
But why are they sometimes different?
Yes, sometimes, for example, the response is dynamic. For example, you said, show me the time. Okay, we don't have str, but let's say you said, show me the date, or show me the time, or show me the clock. They all look the same thing for us because we are displaying a page that has time and date. Okay, so you say, here's what you said, what you want, right? We cannot take the dynamic value and put it in str output. That's the reason. Because str output is a static value. But what the robot is saying can be dynamic. So I don't want to compromise the possibility to have dynamic responses. So that's why I make the static output valid for any dynamic response the robot says.
Why can't you make it a string dynamic?
I cannot make it. I didn't find a way to make it dynamic, to take the value that the person is saying and put it inside. If we find a way, we can do it. But I didn't find a way. I searched a bit about it, but it wasn't worth searching more for me. Okay? For example, when the robot doesn't understand something, go down here. You'll find that response for it when he doesn't understand. Where is it? Not speaking. Hey, here. Not understood. Okay? First, we were saying, sorry, I don't understand. What do you say? It was a long string. It was a long thing to say when he doesn't understand something, and this happens very frequently. So we made it to say, huh? What did you say? Sorry. Just a small phrase. Okay. So even at that, I want the robot to say that I didn't understand. Got it? So when you look at the robot, ha, it doesn't have to write ha. Okay, you can just write I didn't understand you, or sorry, what did you say? Something like that. Okay, so this way it is helpful. That's how I see it. Anyway, this all can be edited. This is all possible to be edited by you. Okay. All right. So since we opened the dialogue, so let's come to how the dialogue is written. I think Nada has know more in details about this, so I may explain it in details for Khalid. So at the beginning you write the name of the topic. So each dialog should have a topic. Okay, this file that we open and we edit here is called .top. Well, it's a topic file. Okay, now when you define the dialog box, this is the dialog box. Okay, here when you define this dialog box, you import the dialog box from here. Okay, it's in speech. Okay, dialog, this one. When you put it here, okay, it will create you can create an example dialog, example topic for it. Okay, so when you create dialog box, right click on it, you can edit the dialog and to choose the language you want to use. Okay, this is to add the package contents as collaborative dialog. This is to respond to basic questions that you can ask the robot without your project, but this is not working. So what this says that the robot will respond to all questions programmed by the factory, by the company, but it's not working. That's why we had to put them manually. Okay, now right click, edit box. Okay, will allow you to choose the topic. Okay, and if you don't have a topic that you want, or it's a new one, you add the topic. So a new TOP file will appear here. New dialog with a TOP file. Okay, will appear here. Okay, on the same edit box page, you can edit inputs and outputs. You can either edit each one of them, change its type, for example, number or string. Bang is just like boolean. Okay, and change or add as well outputs. So these I all added all of them, and some of them I edited them. So to add, you just press plus, you can add a new name. Okay, and to edit, you just press on this edit, and this one to delete. Okay, there are parameters that you can add as well, but I
My
didn't
name
use
is
them.
Pepper. I'm a humanoid
Okay.
robot and I'm 1.20 meters tall. I was born at Softbank Robotics in Paris. You can keep on asking me questions
Okay,
if you want.
so let's say this is a scenario now that the robot is speaking and we don't want him to speak, right? So we have two options. We either mute, but this is not recommended, because if you turn it off and on again, you will not be able to ask him for its IP, and this is a very stupid thing from the company, but this is the case. Okay, if you turn him off and it was muted, when you turn him on, you will not be able to know the IP. Okay, so don't do this, it's not practical. So the thing that you can do, that you turn off the autonomous mode, it will sleep. Okay, I know it will take a minute or less than a minute to wake up again, but this is the very practical thing you can do. If you're very trusty and you trust yourself that you'll not turn it off with a mute, you can go on and mute it, but be careful that you don't turn it off muted, else if you know the IP for sure. Okay? Okay. Now we know in general how any dialog can work. Now let's go to topic details, programming the topic itself in details. No, I don't want it here. Yes. So now in topics, or what you can call it again in dialog, because each dialog has one topic. Okay. So the topic name at the very top will be by default there when you create the topic file. The language ANU means English. Okay, so you may have Arabic as well. ARA? ARW is Arabic. Okay, great. So if you make it ARW, it will be Arabic. Okay.
Speaking,
Understanding and speaking. So the language of interaction. Okay.
By the way, you have to add the languages from the properties list.
Ah, yeah, to be able to work with Arabic, you have to add the language here. Okay, you have to select Arabic so that it will appear here, so that you can use it. If you don't add it, you will just be by default English. Okay, and make sure that the robot has this language installed. Our robot has only two languages, Arabic and English. Okay. So now lexicon.enu.top, okay, it's a topic file that is internally inside the robot. The company made it. It has a lot of concepts that we will come to. What are concepts? A lot of concepts defined. So instead of writing them again, I'm using this concept that they pre-programmed. It means that you can define any topic file, okay, that has general things that you want to include in many times in any of your topic files, the dialog files, and you can include it the same way that I did here. Okay. Now, concepts. What are concepts? They are, how I call them, they are just variables, okay, that you can use. That's it. Why they call them concepts? Because it's an interaction, so it's easier to understand the idea of it. So it's a concept, okay. So a concept has a name of the concept, just like the name of a variable, let's say, and has a lot of values, can take a lot of values. So how, concept how can be how are you, howdy, what's up, how do you feel. So for example, if I want the robot to listen to any of these phrases, I can just define them here and call the concept how, and then ask the robot to listen to how. Whenever he listens, he hears any of these phrases, he will respond on that response that I define. Okay. Same thing if I want to respond randomly from these responses. So I define a concept with, let's say by answer, for example. Okay, by answer for me here is a concept. Okay. Now, if I want the robot to respond randomly, I just define it as ran. Okay, this ran makes the concept randomly choosing from its values, and then the robot is responding randomly one of these. Bye, take care, goodbye, see you again. It was so nice to have you here. It was a great meeting with you. Bye. However, etc. So I can define as much as you want phrases, and I call them a concept. So whenever I want to use this concept again, I just call it by its name. I don't have to write all of this again. Okay, so it's a good way to arrange your topic writing. All right, let's go. Now here we define what action to do on what understood questions. Okay, for example, there is a concept called hello. So here is the way that you call the concept. Okay, this sign and then the concept name. Okay, the curly sign and then the concept name. This is the way how you call the concept. You use the concept. So instead of hello here, okay, there is, it's not defined here, it is, yeah, it is defined in lexicon.enu. Okay, so it is no, it is defined here. Yes, here it is. Hello, howdy, here, hi, hi. Any one of these is heard by the robot in here will have the response of hello again. Okay, so this is a very practical way of that. Whenever I tell you hi, you'll tell me hi, and it can be that when you say hi, I tell you howdy, how are you. Okay, both ways are correct. So whenever your questions can serve as responses as well, you can just have the same concept in the response as well. It's very practical. Okay, so here what I'm doing is that when you ask by any of the questions in hello, I show how can I help you, and I respond with and randomly with any one of the hello concepts. Okay, this is something that will come later to it. Okay, now it is starting show tag. Okay, but we don't have show tag here, it was in the examples. Now randomly, then after that it says one of these. So even here you don't have to make it a concept to use it in randomly. You can just put it here. You want to come?
No,
okay, you can choose from here. Rand, how can I help you? I'm glad to help you. Ask me anything. I'm glad to help you. Okay, so if you want to make them as options, you're selecting randomly from them. you have to put them in brackets, in square brackets. Okay? And each option, if it is more than one word, like if it was how only, I don't have to put quotations. If it was more than one word, like a sentence, I have to put it in quotations, to say that this is one option. This is the second option. Okay, got it? This is the third option, all of it. If it was only word, like for example, see here, hello, howdy, here, hi, they're all, each one of them is an option, right? But hey there is a sentence option, so I have to put it in quotations. Okay? Let's move on. Now let's say that I want to have sub-responses. For example, I say, hi, how are you? Okay, the robot will say, hi, how are you? I'm fine, thank you. And how about you? Let's say, okay. So you're expecting a response from the robot, from the user again. For example, here, how are you feeling today? Okay. The robot will say, how answer, one of the how answer. I'm very good. I'm good. I'm fine. Whatever. And then, how are you? So the user should respond back on that. Interaction didn't finish in here. Okay, it's not only one question and one answer. So there are consecutive answers as well that can happen. If the user was happy, responded with any of happy happy concept, sorry. Okay, if responded with any of the happy concepts or anything, then happy concept. For example, he said, I am happy, I am good. Okay,
I'm feeling happy.
I am feeling happy, for example, or said I happy or feeling happy. Got it? So in this way, when you put a star, means anything. Okay, anything means that if you said two anythings, okay, and then a happy concept response, okay, so I display I am happy for you and say anything from the happy concept again, and then I am happy for you, like great, I am happy for you. But if he responded same way from sad concepts, I display oh, I feel sorry for you, and I say the same thing. Okay, so in this way you can define nested responses. Means that when he responds on this, I ask him something and I expect another response. Okay, it doesn't have to be verbal responses when you come to that. Okay, now let's say if it happens that there is some, like, what is making you, let's say, what is making you happy, for example, and I expect another answer. Okay, I press tab 2 times just to make it the correct indentation, and I write U2. Okay, so U, then U1, then U2, then if there was an answer again, I make it U3, and so on. Okay, so it keeps nesting as much as you want. Okay, I don't know if there is a limit. You can check the documentation of Dell. Okay, yeah, there is a very good documentation for it. Okay, great. The same thing goes for all questions. Now let's get to displaying HTML page. For example, here, str output. Do you know me? I am new here, but please enter your mobile number and I will see if it jogs my memory. Okay, str output equals mobile.html. Okay, now this is a mistake here. It has to be put in quotations. Okay, mobile.html. So when you display this to the str output, you give it to str output, the robot will display the mobile.html page. Okay, great. But at this point, the dialog will not stop, right? Because we're not really interested in stopping the dialog at this point. Okay, it can happen that you don't want. You may expect that here the person says, "Hey, okay, what is your name?" Because this is an interaction. Okay, and it's not really important to stop the interaction at this point. So I'm good that the robot stops and says, "Hey, what did you say?" For example. It's not very good point for me to stop the interaction and wait only for mobile number. Okay, if it was, I have to stop the dialogue here. Let's go to another one where I want to stop the dialogue to show you how. Here, there are two things that we will learn from this phrase: using events, built-in events in the robot, and stopping the dialogue. When the person says hello, I display how can I help you, and I respond with hello, and then I respond with any of these phrases. Okay, now this means that it's not a response from the user, it's an event that I'm subscribing to here. E two dots, and then dialogue not speaking 5. This is an event built in the robot. Now you can see all the events. If you just make this, if you just delete it, you'll see what events you can read. Okay, all these can be read. So I'm using the not speaking 5. Not speaking 5 is an event that is triggered whenever the person in front is not speaking for 5 seconds. Okay, when he is not speaking for 5 seconds, what I'm doing, I'm asking him to give me his mobile, but I'm not doing it in this dialogue. I'm doing it in the take mobile dialogue. So what am I doing in here? P call al dialogue activate topic take mobile. Now first I'm activating take mobile topic, okay, and then I am triggering take mobile output, which is starting the take mobile dialog box, and I'm stopping the current dialog box on stop. Stopping the current box will stop the topic, the current topic. Okay, so first I'm loading the topic, triggering the block, and then killing myself, killing this block. Okay, I tried several options, like having on stop first or then take mobile first. Okay, but this is the best that works for me. You may try later if you want to. If this makes troubles, you may try again and again and again. But I tried like for 1 day on this, and I found that this is the best for this scenario. Okay, I mean, we may find another way. By default, this on stop should these two only should, as they say in documentation, stop the dialogue and start a new dialogue. But since that wasn't working very well, I started the topic using pcall. Okay, call the new topic. Alright, as I said, you can change it later if you can play it with it again later. Okay, okay, so here I jump to take mobile. So let's see what's going on in take mobile. Take mobile, what's going on here? When it starts, event on start, event on start, okay, it starts this, can I have your mobile number? So it means that once you launch this dialogue, at the start, the event on start is triggered. So that's the way that when you launch this dialogue, you want it to start by start the interaction from the robot itself. Okay, right? So the robot says, can I have your mobile number please? Or can I have your mobile number now? And displays str output mobile HTML. So now here the robot is not understanding any of the questions in here. That's why we made it a new topic, a new dialog box. Okay, got it? Now here, when the robot is in this block, he's waiting for several inputs. He's expecting several inputs from the user. Most of them as events. Why? Because the user is writing the input in the HTML page. As we said at the beginning, we're depending on events now to take feedback from the HTML page, and the robot is, or the dialog in the robot is controlling the HTML pages switching. Okay, so let's see what's going on here. Now, on start, that will happen at the beginning. Can I have your mobile number? And here, first response level will have yes, any of lexicon AMU top yes concept responses if it happens like yeah, okay, alright, no problem, okay, any of these, you can see the lexicon top, okay, it will display str output mobile HTML, so it will open the mobile HTML. Okay, you ask me why. Maybe it didn't open at this time, and then the person says something else. Okay, and when he says yes, means that he for sure wants it, so you open it again. If it was opened, it will not open again, don't worry. So this is just to make sure that this has happened. Okay, just a confirmation that this has happened. Okay, great, please enter your mobile number on my screen. Okay, or if he says no, again define a lexicon here near the top. If you want to see it, just open lexicon near the top, dialog lexicon. Okay, here's the full definition, full text definition of the lexicon here near the top. Okay, so you can see all the topics defined and how they are defined. Alright, so if he said any of no concept definition phrases, let us say I will not share it with anyone else. It will be my pleasure to know you more. What do you think? So it will re-ask or try again with the user. Okay, the first time he says no. Now, what if he says no to this no? It will close. Okay. Now, there is a save button always is happening, which is back bumper pressed, left bumper pressed, right bumper pressed. All these events, this means if any of these things happen, we will come to cancel. Okay. If any of these events happen, I will exit. Okay. Exit. You see this here. You define a tag. Okay. Go to exit. We'll go to exit tag, which is defined in the code as this. Yes, here. Okay. So instead of writing str output equals nothing and then the start equal 1 and on stop equal 1 every time, I just go to this tag. Okay. So go to jumps from one place to another. Go to exit jumps from here to here. And now you can understand why this is there every time. This is a tag, okay, where I want to jump to. Okay. So if any bumper is pressed, I just close. Why we made this? Because they wanted a safe button where, for example, a VIP has entered and he's entering his mobile number, and then he doesn't want to enter his mobile number again, and he wants to stop or wants to move, or he's chatting with the one who's hosting him, and then they change the topic. So you don't want this to continue. You just press the bumper with your leg, it will stop everything. It's just very safe and hidden way to stop it.
Like an emergency exit.
Emergency exit, yes. Okay. Now this cancel one of the events that we defined. Okay. So cancel event is in any page that we define. There is a cancel button, but you don't want to go to give your mobile number. You just press cancel. So if you receive this cancel event, okay, if it is triggered, if this is pressed, I will have event cancel triggered. Then the same thing I will do. I will close. Okay. Now let's say that he entered his mobile number, his or her mobile number. So what will happen? We will have this event mobile triggered. Okay. So if he enters submit, it means that he submitted his mobile number, since he is in mobile HTML page. So mobile event will be raised. Okay. Of course, we will need the mobile value, right? So str output 1 here, because it is flashing. So str output equals 1. It's for me to make sure that nothing is on the str output, because it's happening several times that when you display HTML page and then display str output, it just closes the HTML page. So str output equals 1 just to close that HTML page and display the mobile number, okay, and say thank you.
Will it detect an error? For example, if I entered the wrong number.
Yeah, that's what will come to, okay. But here it means that you entered your mobile number, okay, and it will display the mobile number. Now $mobile accesses memory values. Every event, whenever it is created, there is a memory value created with it, okay, with the same name, and we can fill it, and we are filling it in the HTML page. So instead of making different names, it's just the same name for the event and its memory value, okay. So str output equals $mobile displays the mobile on the screen, okay, and mobile out equals $mobile. So
افتح الصفحة بتاعت الجافا سكريبت
okay,
عشان يبقى باين قدامه ازاي ان انت بتعملها من HTML.
okay, mobile out is mobile, so I'm giving it here mobile out because I want to use it again. طب عشان نشوف ال HTML page mobile HTML
هي الجافا سكريبت
open with sublime text. بس خلينا نشوف ال HTML page معاش. ال HTML page بيستدعي JS script mobile JS, okay, okay, HTML mobile. طيب ال JS mobile script mobile I have to open it with sublime, okay. When submit is clicked, call send mobile function. Send mobile function here, okay, this one, okay. What it does is takes the text value as the message content, adds plus 9715 to the message, okay. However you write it, it will add plus 9715, okay, and then raise event mobile and give it the value of the message. That's it. Same thing for cancel, but the value is cancel because I don't want any value, so I added value cancel. Maybe I will need it later, okay. Because cancel is cancel, doesn't have to have that, okay, but I added cancel to be the value as well, okay. So whenever I have mobile event, it means that he enters his mobile. Okay, great. Because let me explain the scenario that you want first to know why we are continuing like this. They want, when you enter the mobile, the robot will go and search in its database for you using your mobile number. So that's another script that I hard coded called database search. This is a dummy database that I made. They will provide us with the correct database once they are ready. Okay, database is a Python dictionary. Okay, has the name as the key, the name how you call the person, how you want to call the person as the key, not the full name. Okay, and the first thing is a special phrase for that person. They want the robot to say, for example, this is Ahmad. Hi Ahmad, I remember the last time you came to us you had trouble in blah blah, got it? Something like that. So they want the robot to be just like have a memory of each person. Okay? And then the mobile number of that person to be able to look up to that person, to search that person, and the email. Because they want the scenario to go to search the person with the email, with the mobile number, sorry, enter. And then find his name and call him by his name. Tell him a special phrase for that person, okay, that he remembers, okay, and then ask him to take a photo with him. So when we take the photo, we have to send it by email. So we will have to have the email of that person in the database so that we can send him the photo with email. Got it? Okay. So now, whenever we take the mobile, I trigger mobile out to look up the mobile. Mobile out is here. It goes and triggers database search. Database search, what it does is that it searches for the mobile number in the values of the database dictionary. Once it finds that mobile number, how it searches? You asked me if it enters the wrong mobile number. If the mobile number is entered in any way, in any starting way, it searches the last 8, I think, digits, 8 or 9 digits, okay, that they are unique for any mobile number in UAE, right? So it starts searching from the end to the beginning, not from the beginning to the end. Why? Maybe I entered 054. Okay, maybe I entered 54. Maybe I entered 97154. Got it? Any way you enter it, the last numbers you enter, they're all going to be correct, right?
If
So
I entered like not 7 digits, maybe 6 numbers.
that's going to be less than the number of the enough knowledge to search your number. So
Yeah.
for sure it will not find you. Right.
So it will not search from the end, or it will not search at all, or what it will do.
Whatever happens, it will not find you. That's it. If an error happens, you mean in the database?
That's what I was
Yeah.
asking about. How to not make them write the right number.
Yeah, see. Yeah, here is the thing. Now it is assuming that you have at least entered 8 digits.
Yeah.
Let's say you didn't enter 8 digits.
Yeah, maybe 7.
Okay, it will not find you.
Okay, what did
Fine.
what will
It shouldn't give any error. Now, okay, if you want to catch this, now it shouldn't give any error because it is a block.
Okay.
If something happens in that block, it will exit the block. But let's say if it makes an error, right? So what I can do is here.
يا عم بص احنا ممكن نعملها في HTML اسهل يا عبد الرحمن.
هتعمل تشيك على النمبر اوف
قلت له فاليديشن في HTML ما يدخلش اقل من 8 ارقام او من 7
ممكن,
ارقام.
that's one way.
Yes.
And other way you can do it here. Try. You can catch try and accept. So you can catch it 2 times, let's say. Pass. So that's one way to handle the error. Do not close your program because of this. Okay. The second thing to handle it, maybe in HTML page, you can validate that has at least to have 8 numbers. Okay. But anyway, I'm adding plus 9715 in the HTML. So plus 975, there are 5. So if you entered less than 3, it will give you an error currently. But even I tried it. When you press when you press cancel, of course, it will not give you any error. If you press OK with empty one, it will not give you error as well. This I tried. Okay. But anyway, now it will not give any error anyway, except it will just pass. Okay, it will not give any error. And again, here I'm adding plus 9715 to the search. Again, got it? So although it is nonsense here to do it, but at least here it is making sure that I'm not making any error again. Got it? But at least here you have to have at least 8 digits. If you don't have 8 digits, it will make error. Got it? So anyway, you can change this again. That's why I'm showing you the code. Okay? So whenever, now let's come here. We were saying that we were searching for the mobile number. We have to know the name and the mobile, right? So whenever it finds, if it finds the name, okay, now this just to display for me for debugging, and logs here, log warning, it will show it here, and log viewer, it will show here, so that you can see what's going on, okay. And self memory raise event name with the found name as value. So it will raise event called name with the found name value. So again, we're dealing with the same way of interaction, of communication between the parts of the code, of the choreography, events. Okay? Same thing email. Same thing special message. Okay? I'm raising the event. Okay? And then I'm triggering the output. But I don't have to trigger the output. I'm triggering the output to close the box. Okay? But even if you don't, before closing the box, the take mobile will respond. Why? Because you have raised the event. And here I said if event name is triggered, okay, under mobile event, after mobile event, I search for the database. Then, if name event is triggered, means that I found the name, correct? So, I display the name on the screen, and I say, do I have the privilege of talking to, let's say, Ahmed? Okay, because maybe maybe he made a mistake and he entered his name wrong. Something happened. So you want it to be correct always. So you give it second chance to make sure that he's the correct person. If he says yes, thank you, Ahmed. This makes my day special. And then the special message. I remember how you dance, for example. What I enjoy. Okay.
Okay.
And then I ask him, are you okay if I take picture? I will share it with you. Okay, I display this and I ask him for this. Now let's say if he said no, or I pressed the bumpers, any of the bumpers, I just close. Okay, I don't want to say anything after that. Maybe you can put here any response, but you have then to make no by itself and please cancel or back pressed by themselves. Okay?
Exit that.
Go to exit.
Mm.
It will jump to here.
Okay.
Okay, and we'll do this. What follows?
سكر وتطلع.
Yes. Okay. طيب.
طيب قصة اللي هو لما تو عرفنا السبيشال والايميل والاسم والايميل والرقم والسبيشال، احنا زي كأنه جهزناهم بحيث انه لو تعرف عليك يكون لهم مكان فاضي انه يرفع عليهم.
Nothing.
توي قبل هذه.
Okay.
ايوه هنا بالضبط.
هاي if found.
امم
If found.
او يعني انت لو قلت له السبيشال كيس مثلا السبيشال
لا هاي إذا لقى رقم موبايلك داخل
أوكي.
أي واحد من هذول هيعتبر إنه أنت اسمك
found.
أيوة إذا لقى الموبايل هيرفع هون داخل الكود
حيقسمهم.
found. وهياخد الموبايل نمبر تبعك والايميل والسبيشال فريز والاسم
يرفعهم
ويعملهم ايفنتس، يعمل ريز ايفنت.
حلو.
اوكي. else not found هيرفع not found event واللي هو احنا عم نستعمله بالتيك موبايل not found. هيفتح الايميل HTML page. لأنه let's say you're a new one, someone who I don't know you are not in the database. هيفتح email.html page. Okay, and I apologize, I am still learning, can I have your email ID please?
طب والنيم خده فين؟
ما مش عارف.
طب انت
خلاص بس هياخد الايميل، ما هيقدر يعرف اسمك.
أول شيء هياخد
ممكن
الرقم.
تعمل انه to open HTML page to enter your email, your mobile number, your name.
هو اوريدي دخل الموبايل قبل
and
كده.
special phrase and add it to the memory. already هو دخل موبايل صح؟ ممكن نعتبر هذا انه اوكي already added. فاحنا نسأل عن الايميل والاسم والسبيشال فريز.
بس هو حاليا ما بقى.
بس هو حاليا هذا اللي هم طلبوه. correct؟ لأن هاي كاستم ديزاين سيناريو، هذا اللي هم طلبوه. بعد هيك هني بدهم انه to stop the interaction، بعد هيك خلص to go back to the basic interaction level. To not continue with taking a photo because they want to take the photo only with the ones who are defined in the database. Okay? If it's not defined in the database, okay, fine, close. Take his email and close. That's it. Okay? That's what they want. Maybe you can then save these emails or something, but they didn't ask for this. Okay? You can do it manually. You can save it. The email, you can collect emails of people, for example, and then these emails will be used for advertisements, for example, and so on. Okay? And you can collect mobile numbers as well and use them for advertisements as well. Time. This is for taking email, taking mobile, searching database. Okay? Event interaction. So I think let's see what we have covered.
Like
Event phase, event we have covered. We will come to this. Switching topics. Yeah, not understood. We covered this. We'll come. Yeah, events charging and low battery. We will. Let me show these first.
اوكي بس
question.
ممكن نضيف الداتابيس بشكل يعني عندنا مثلا للمستشفى مثلا عملنا داتابيس
مستشفى أفضل. أوكي.
للمستشفى مثلا للكلاينتس تكون
بس-
ضخمة
صح، بس هذا مش للكلاينتس سو فار.
بشكل عام.
عندنا
داتابيس
ساعات
معينة
انت شو
للأسماء.
بتعمل بايثون كود يعمل يعمل ريكوست على الداتابيس تبعت المستشفى اوريدي، مش داخليا عندك. يعني انت بتعمل بايثون كود يتواصل مع الداتابيس بالضبط، سيرفر لايت يتواصل مع السيرفر تبع المستشفى، يعمل
ويبعت له.
ريكوست عليه، ياخذ منه الفاليوز، بس ياخذ منه الفاليوز يتعامل مع
Erase.
يعمل ريزر.
جميل.
هاي الحالة انت كنت عم تتعامل مع
داتابيس
داتابيز للمستشفى فور اكزامبل، انا اكيد مش ححط الداتابيز للمستشفى
واحدة.
عندك.
أوكي.
كوريكت، حتقعد تعمل كول، تعمل عليه شو بسموها؟ ريكوست. داتابيز ريكوست. اوكي. Same thing. You just have to ask for the request, send request. However they receive the request, you communicate with the software engineer. You receive the request, you send them the request, sorry, and you receive the output. بعدين الاوتبوت اللي تاخذيه منهم قسمي the values that you want to use and raise events with all these values. Anything. However they want to interact. Yeah, this is the way. You have to have what is their way of giving you this data, and has to have a way to go through that.
Okay.
Everything has
a
a
lot of stuff related to big data and structure.
yeah.
and connected.
Sure.
في other project كان احنا بنشتغل عليه في البلدية and they want to connect to the big data that they have. So
Okay.
they interweave. So
Okay.
they want to create an interface, motivational
اضغط
interface.
كنترول مع ديليت عشان تسجيل، عشان لما تيجي تتكلم في حاجة فيديو كده هيكبر أوي.
That's okay. Okay, so let's see how to subscribe to low battery and charger docking and so on. So the same way we did for not understood in NMC dialog. Not understood two means that he didn't understand you for the second time and the third time. Okay, not understood three. And not understood three, what I'm doing is that I found that after some time the robot is not understanding very well. The understanding capabilities decay, okay, degrade. So what I did that if the robot doesn't understand anything, that for 3 times he reboots the interaction. So he restarts the whole thing. Okay, doesn't reboot himself, reboots the interaction or restarts the data. Okay. So this is very helpful. Was very helpful for me. Right. What if a bumper is pressed, for example? Same thing, it's an event. Remember how we used it there? So, but here the robot is saying my left foot bumped into something, my right foot bumped into something. Because we're not in email or mobile HTML pages. Now we're in the interaction. But what if the back bumper pressed? Now see this. Back bumper pressed, I made it here. So here at the beginning, here, you can add events. You can subscribe to events here as inputs. Okay? So I subscribe to back bumper pressed here, and whenever this is triggered, I restart. Got it? So whatever happens, if you press the back bumper, it will restart.
Yes, before any dialogue, before any topic, before
Anything happens at any time, in any dialogue, in any topic, in any action, the back bumper is your safe key, is your emergency key. Okay? Even if the robot stops, like out of any dialogue, just press the back bumper, it will restart.
Okay. الروبوت
You can add as more, like if you want cancel to be the same thing, if you want to change the event, whatever you want, you can add it.
الروبوت لحاله ما برجع لورا مثلا.
لا.
مع
The robot does not move by itself. It rotates around itself only. You have to program it to walk in XY. It rotates around its axis.
It just
only.
rotate.
Only. It
Okay.
doesn't move at all. Okay.
and إذا بدي إياه يمشي أنا لازم أبرمجه.
أو ممكن بالكوريغرافي في موشن. في بالكوريغرافي موشن movement. Okay, motors navigate, move along. يعني في a lot of motion possibilities that you have to program. طيب. Now Now, if the battery is low, L battery low. What I say is to display the battery, L battery display the show will be called, of course. L battery display the show will display the battery on the screen, the battery level, and will say, can you please take me to the charger? My battery is low. For example, if this happens, maybe you will not be around, so someone may hear this, so they will take it.
I guess in the main program of the company, they made him look for the charging port. Can you connect it?
There is a possibility, but I didn't make it. Okay, so you may search for that and search how you can run it. Okay, if you know the name of it, you just can be called. Okay, and if it is connected to the charging station, it will display as well the battery, and it will say thank you for taking me to the charging station. We can talk here. So just to tell that we can still are able to interact. Okay. And so on. So there are a lot of events. So you can look here and see the events. When you type E, it will display a drop down option. Okay, drop down option selection panel, so they can see all the events.
Al battery, what is it? Al battery.
Al battery. You know that you have seen that Al memory,
Yeah.
Al battery, Al tablet service, Al. Okay. Because the company is Aldebaran.
Oh.
Okay, so they made it Al, start with Al. Okay?
Like it's a library or something?
Yes, so it's part of the library,
Mm.
the service inside the library that allows you to interact with these features and so on. There is a documentation online. Okay, the Now QI documentation will show you these programming in Python. This programming, Python Now QI API. Sorry.
Yeah. It will be.
The full documentation, I have it. I'll send it to you later.
Great. And this is on the Python one or the?
Everything related to Corona.
You have it online or something?
No, I have a hard copy and also PDF.
Great. Yeah, that's a good way as well. And as well, you can have it anytime on the online. Okay. So I can have the API and and you can have this Python level. Okay. Python documentation. Right. So this is how you subscribe to any event. And if you want to use any of the Al memory or any services, you can just have to start it with Al and see the documentation of the full name of that and what services it has. Okay. Right. So now displaying robot speech on the tablet, we have covered it, which is using fill in the display, in the tablet display. Okay, here displaying text on the image. Okay, you can play with the parameters because the position is a parameter you can play with, the width. Okay, the text. If font you use, I'm using this font. It has to be in the
Fonts.
Yeah, not in fonts. Fonts is for HTML. Okay, the ones I'm using here is one of these. I don't know if Comforta or Vogue I'm using now. Okay, anyway, you can search and you can see the code, but which one is this using. But the options I have now are Vogue TTF and Comforta TTF. Okay, the ones I'm using. But it is a good practice if you put them in fonts as well. At that time I didn't have fonts, so I had them in the HTML.
No problem.
Yeah, no problem. You can use them, or you can put them in fonts, but you have to change the path direction. Okay, in the font. It is here. Yeah, font, image, type data, local, share, package manager, apps, package ID. All of this is to get to the folder of the last uploaded choreography or whatever the package ID was. So that's why I'm using package ID. Okay, which I'm getting from self to package UID. Okay, so this is to get the path inside the robot, because at this moment you are inside the robot. Okay, so your path is inside the robot. So you have to think always that you are inside the robot. Even importing libraries here, they have to be defined inside the robot. They have to be installed on the robot. Okay, so here I am going then to HTML, yeah, I'm using Comforta regular. So you can like say HTML, then fonts, and then your font name. It's better to have, or maybe I will do it later.
24 هو حجمه
24
اخر شيء لا نفس السطر بتاع الخط
24
حجم بتاع الخط
maybe I don't remember every detail, but maybe it is that we can search image font.
Is it PDF near the 24?
PTX? No, it is in the image font true type, the import font. Maybe it is the font size, I'm not sure, but you can search. Okay. And the text is the whatever I take from the input. Input here is URL. Okay, and then I write it in the middle. I made it right in the middle, so I made the offset based on the width of the text, how much text you're writing. So I try always to make it in the middle. Okay, that is working very well now, but it is displaying 3 or 4 lines. After that, it's not displaying. So if it was a very long sentence, you may see that it is truncated. Okay, that's better because we have very less sentence, long sentence, and it's a bad practice to have long responses actually. Okay. Yeah. And it displays the image. So handling multiple display options on the tablet, website, image, or robot speech, which is done in this tablet display. So if you want, I don't know what other options you may want to display, but that's what I know. HTML.
We done also text, speech to text. Later on, saying it will be displayed.
Yes, that's something can be added as well. Okay, so whatever you want to add, you just modify this code to add the options you want to display. Okay, database search using input mobile number, we covered it. Now we will cover sending email and taking picture and the survey. Okay, these are the 3 things. So let's go to survey. So whenever you ask in the basic dialog, you say, do you have a survey? Take survey. Let me search it. See where is the survey. Yeah, so I called the concept called I defined a concept called feedback. Okay, it has all the questions that you may want to say to take a feedback. Take survey. I want to give feedback, whatever. Okay. So whenever any one of these is said, okay, I say we always love to elaborate, we always love to improve based on what you like and what you did not, and display the same text on the screen, and activate the topic survey dialog, okay, and activate survey output, which is connected to survey dialog box, okay. No, this one, survey, and close the current dialog, okay, on stop. Now what will happen? It will go to survey dialog. Go here, okay. It will go to survey dialog here. Now in survey, again on start, once you start this box, it will say, would you like to give feedback on screen or through video? Okay, and it will display survey choose HTML. Survey choose HTML will open this. Now if I press here, nothing will happen, remember, because this is only working if it was on the robot, and it is only raising events. Okay, so now see, it is not doing anything from here. As we said, the control is all from the robot. Okay, so if you press here, if you press on screen, okay, or you press video, or you say on screen, or you say video, or you say through video, so it's either that you spell it, okay, or you press.
choose it.
See, now we have a lot of options that we can add here as well. Like you can add what options to listen to, what options to happen so that you open the video on screen. Okay, maybe you want it if he doesn't speak for 10 seconds, maybe to open the on screen. But this wasn't the case now, okay? So you can add more options as you want. Now, if he chooses on screen or says on screen, the robot will say, here we go, and will open on screen survey.html. So, on screen survey.html is this one. So there is a
cursor.
Yeah, a slider called slider. So there's a slider that you move. Here it is 50. So if you move it below 50 and you submit, I will get here survey and survey value. See $survey less than 50. So here's the way that you check how much is the survey value. Okay. So if it was less than 50, you say, thank you very much, it seems you didn't like me, and sends email. Triggers sends email out. Okay? Okay? So if it was equal to 50, because this is an option as well, because there is no less than equal, greater than equal here. Okay? So that's why I made equal. Okay? So if it was equal to 50, you don't want to have this as unquote, you want to catch this. Okay? Same thing as the first, as if this was above 50. You may change this if you want, but they want it to be 50 or above. That's good. Okay. Thank you very much. Really appreciate your time. That's it. And restart. Okay. If it was less than 50, again I restart, but I send email first. So, okay. Send email to who? You see, survey will have.
Can they cancel if they don't want to send an email?
No, this is internal.
They have.
In our scenario, they wanted it to happen internally. So what happens is that you don't know as a user that there is an email sent. But as a user, the manager will come running to you. You will see the manager coming to you saying what happened, you didn't like something, or the manager will handle, or whoever is in charge, his email is there, should handle it.
So it's like sending an alert.
An alert, exactly. You may define a new way of alerting the manager or the person you want to alert, okay? But they said that let's make an email because the person in charge will always be on his mobile checking his email frequently, okay? So this is not really fast, I know. Sending an email may take a few seconds. The person who made the survey may have already left. But this was the only, very practical way we have, okay? You may have a new way of doing it as well. Now let's go to sending email. So it sends, this survey send email. Send email is connected to send survey email box. You see here are all the boxes here are acting as outputs. Okay, that's why I aligned them. This one is an option of this. This one is hard coded send email box. This one is the send email box they have here. Okay, so I'm just using it. So I'm just trying to find the differences between them. We had some troubles using their boxes. Now we fixed them, but we had a hard-coded box that we made ourselves. Okay, so you may use any of these, but you have to know the differences. Now this one, it is sending right now for me as a test. Okay, the subject email from Pepper Robot. Contents: hello, there's a bad feedback. Pepper the robot. That's it. If you want to have any attachment, you can add the attachment. This attachment has to be in HTML folder as well. But you can have any attachment you want to add. Okay?
It will send it to like the...
It will send it as an attachment to the email, with the email.
The email.
Okay? Now, let's say, okay, now, good. Now, what is the email we send from? Right? You're sending email. The email you should send from should be, for now, we created email called paper.nmc@gmail.com. Now this email, you should know its password as well. It should be written in the block, and you should know the SMTP address. For Google, it's smtp.gmail.com, and the port it's using. Okay, there are only 2 port options. So you may try the first one, doesn't work. Try the other one. Okay, just like that. Or you may check what options they have given you in SMTP.
Use the port based on time.
No. They explain it in the SMTP configuration. But if it doesn't work for you, the other one should work. If it doesn't work, there is a problem in your email. Now, to be able to do this, you have to allow SMTP configuration in your email. It doesn't just plug and play work.
Like in that email.
Yeah.
And go paper.mc.
See, at Gmail.
Oh.
Yeah, what I did, see, enable SMTP in Gmail. Okay, just follow. There's a video that I followed on Google. This one. Okay.
Alright.
It will show you the steps where you go to your email settings,
You click on, it's going to say
forwarding and pop map,
and pop IMAP.
IMAP,
Yeah.
and
From here,
enable IMAP.
and you are going to click on enable IMAP.
Okay,
For changing it,
and then you go to
sign-in
your account
security.
settings and allow less secure
less
apps.
secure apps off. You want to go ahead and check that out. So all you need to do, turn in
And that's
website.
you're good to go. Okay, you may check this back again if the way changes later on. Okay, so that's it. If you do these configurations, you'll be able to send emails. Okay, now this is how to send emails to the manager. We know the email. This is one email, hard coded. Well, now what about sending email to the user who will find his or her email from the database search? Stop. Okay, so which is happening inside email picture. Okay, why email picture is a block? Email picture actually is a block of multiple things that I made it a block. You can select whatever you want, right click and convert to box. This will make everything you selected one box. Okay, same thing I made with email picture. So email picture waits for 1 second or something, and then moves like taking a picture. Okay, triggers taking picture motion of the robot, and then it actually takes the picture. Okay, this needs some minor edits, as they said. We will make taking picture and moving the motion in parallel, so we'll edit later. Move image to local. This is a hard coded move image location. This is a hard coded Python code that takes because the place where images are saved in the paper are different from the places where images are used, or the fact you can use images to display on paper. Okay, so that's why I moved that to HTML folder where I can use it.
والله مش زي
انا ما حدش حكى انه احنا
هذا قاعد الفيديو مسجل بس
ماشي كمل
الفيديو مسجل
مش مشكلة لازم صور
Okay, طيب. Taking the picture, moving it to HTML page, HTML folder. Inside, all this is inside the robot. So you don't see any change in your folder. Okay, right. And then showing it. After showing it, send the email. Okay, and wait for 15 seconds. If sending email
تاتش ازاي مع الايميل
لسه ما doesn't, it's not yet ready. حاولت فيها بالبداية sending email was working, but without display, because when you change the path I cannot find it again. So that's I have to fix it, but I will fix it. It's easy to fix. I just have to change the path to the new path and make a copy of that file, because you cannot access it two times. And then you have to send it in email. But this will happen in less than a second. Okay, right. This delay is acting as a timeout. Why? Because in all this we're not interacting. صح? The whole interaction is off. Right? We're out of any box. And you don't want to have any interaction here, because you want this whole thing to finish. صح? So if it happens that the counter counts 15 seconds and sending email fails, it will right now the robot says sending email has timed out with a small say box. Okay, just built-in box of choreography. Sending email has timed out. Okay, but you can just take this out or delete it once it is in the exhibition day. You don't want the robot to say that sending email has timed out. Else, if you want to show off that your robot knows what is happening inside. Okay. Here, if an error happens, it will say error in sending email. If everything goes well, which we would like to see always, it will say check your email. Okay. So this is the
3 cases.
the case that we want.
Okay.
Okay, when everything goes well, it will say check your email, and you should see the email with your photo in your email.
So what is the first one?
If there's a timeout, if for 15 seconds the block is trying to send the email but fails for 15 seconds, means that there's a problem, right? But there is no error as well. Okay, means that he's still trying. I don't want him to try for more than 15 seconds. It's nonsense.
Sending.
Oh yeah, to try to send the email. Means that he's not able to try and will not be able to try, but wasn't be able to show an error. Okay, so I will say timeout in sending email. These blocks, this is the one I told you hard coded by us. Now it may look hard to understand, but this whole green thing is just an HTML page that we are hard coding it in Python code. Why? Because we want to send this email in a good structure. So this email sends the email in a good structure. That email that they made, this box, doesn't send it in a good structure. So the difference will be, let me show you the email from the robot. Okay, so this is the email we get from the robot without the structure, the box of choreography. And I'm trying to find one that has structure, list items. Yeah, this is the one with the structure. We made it for the low day from Qanun. Okay. So instead of having that, you will have this, which is better, much better. So, but we have to edit this HTML definitions. You will edit it once for any exhibition. Okay, and that's it. You will have to you can have the name of the person as a variable, so you can use a lot of values that we already have. So, okay, so this one is better, but you need to edit it. I still didn't edit it yet.
ليش من البايثون هذا طالع برضو على التايم اوت؟
Because I'm not triggering it right now, right? But once I trigger it, I will stop this. Stop. So the same thing will happen. If for 15 seconds this block cannot send the email, again it should say either timeout, error, or check your email. Same thing. It's sending email block. These two blocks are similar.
are the sending email.
Yeah, they are similar. So I'm using now this. If I want to use the other one, I delete this connection and I connect to this. Same thing.
The same.
Same thing.
Okay.
That's why it's connected to same outputs. Okay?
Okay, yeah.
Got it?
Oh.
So in this way, I'm still using the simple one.
يعني لما when I create a new one, it will create both, or I have to create every one separate
Create a new one of what?
of sending email. This
Like
box,
this one?
the other one.
This one?
Yeah,
You want to create a new one?
yeah.
Why?
For example,
Okay, if you create a new one, you have to connect it to these outputs.
yeah, and I have to create another one of Python.
No. These are the two options. This is the simple one that sends email to
Normally.
properly, not in a proper way, in a very simple way. This is the one that we hard coded. So these are two options, two codes. One of them we made, one of them the company made already here. Okay, so you either use this one or that one. If you want to use both at the same time, they will work, try to work, and if they work, you will receive two emails at the same time. And they work.
In this case, I will receive just
one email, which is from this box.
Which is
The simple one.
The simple one.
Yes.
Okay. If I want to receive the complex one,
You have to trigger this one. You have to connect this one here
Okay.
and delete this connection.
okay. Why you ليش موصل باللي فوق؟
لانه بدي استعمل السمبل وان حاليا.
اوكي.
بس هذا مش جاهز لسه، شفته كان في اسم شيء ثاني فيرجن ثاني.
اوكي لسه بقيد التعديل. يعني لما نعدل عليه حنشيل اللي فوق.
if we want بس مني ما طلبت. It will take time.
Okay.
Yeah. Now okay, let's see how I am taking the email value.
Okay.
صح؟
طيب.
Even the one that they made takes static email, صح? Now you see 2 here is empty. What's going on here? Inside the box, double click on the box, you'll see the code. Okay? Inside the box code, I edited. خيرته خليته ياخذ من ال memory. طبعا لا تستخدم ال memory, you have to define it in onload function. Okay? And then A2, you see there الطريقة اللي كانوا متبعينها A2 equals self.get parameter 2 and split. Split by if you have more than one email, you split them with semicolon. Okay? But the way I'm doing it is I'm taking the email from the memory value. Self.memory.get data email. ليش؟ لأنه we read the event صح؟ So when we raise the event, we said that we will have a memory with the same value of the event, which is the email for this time. So self.getMemory get data email will get the email value.
When you like.
But that's it, and then I'm sending to this email. A2 is the email they're sending to, and then the code continues as.
كيف أنت تقول I want to make a survey. Then he will say it on video or on screen.
That is not related to this scenario. That scenario, the survey sending sends email to that person.
Yeah, okay, and this scenario?
This scenario when we take a photo.
You take
when
a photo?
you take the photo, do you want to take a photo? Can you take a photo?
Yeah.
I'm not share it with anyone. Okay, smile for the camera, cheese, here we go, check, and then it displays the image and then sends you an email with the image.
Okay, هو كيف حيكون رافع الإيميل؟ متى؟
Email, لأنه in the database search, he finds your email. If he doesn't find your email in database search, he will not trigger taking picture.
على أي أساس حيدور؟
على الموبايل number. If your mobile number doesn't exist, he will ask you for your email and that's it. He will not send it.
الحين مثلا واحد من الطريق أجل وقال له I want to make a picture. No.
Yes, that is available in the dialogue. In the base dialog.
Okay.
I want to take a picture.
Okay.
I will ask you please enter your email and then go there. Okay. Got it? You have to have the email.
Okay.
Right?
بدي أسأل إنه متى أخذ أي مرحلة؟
You have to have. So if he is a new person, he is not in the database searching phase, you have to ask him for the email in Java. Okay? طيب.
كيف وقفت لما تشتغل بس؟
No. You just don't subscribe to that event. You will not get it. I subscribe to everything I want to use. Okay. Right. So now we've covered sending events in survey processing, sending email to found address from database search, taking picture, displaying the screen, and sending it via email. I think we've covered everything. Yeah. Let me just go across this. Now this is to show the home screen. Okay. The home screen image, the NMC logo or UAE logo. So whenever you restart, it will show it. We explained tablet display has the options to display what, HTML page or website or image or text. No. Tablet display. We explained it, the code that shows what to display. Image or email picture, the block that we explained now. Remove name event. Why I'm using this? لأن بعد ما تسوي ترفع النيم event, I'm removing it directly بعد ما استخدم النيم event. ليش؟ لأن if you next time ask the person for his name, صح? I'm waiting for the event name to be raised. صح? The next user comes in. There was an error that he's still thinking the old name. So to delete that error, to overcome that error, I deleted the event name just after using it. Once I'm using the name, I delete that error. So that I don't use that name again. I wait for the new event for the new user. That's it.
I'm using the name when he recognize you by your email,
By your mobile number.
by your mobile number.
Yes.
Okay.
So there was an error that is detected taking the old name
Old name.
of the
yeah.
old user. So that's why I'm deleting them.
Okay.
Okay. Remove survey, the same thing. It was taking the old survey value, so I'm removing the survey value after using it. Database search, we explained it. Send survey email, to send if there's this low survey value, to send email to the manager. Send tour email, yeah, same thing. There was, where is it? Send tour email, it's coming from send email, yeah. In the basic interaction dialog, he wanted to say, he wanted a scenario that when you ask him for a tour, he tells you, I'm not programmed yet to take you in a tour, but I can have someone to help you. And he sends email to the manager saying that there's someone who wants to, or to the person responsible for tour. Okay, and he comes to you to help. Okay. Record video. Record video is, I think it's understood once the person clicks on video or asks for video in the survey, you start recording video. Now this record video, inside it you find a block that waits for a certain time of more than 10 seconds, and it is fixed by them. But what I want to do is the next step that I'm doing. I did it as a constant value here. Already I did it. Yeah, recording time I made it to be 30 seconds. So to be able to do this, I had to double click on the wait that they made, which they blocked it to 10 seconds. But I double clicked on it and I changed that recording time to 30 seconds. Okay, and I put it here, recording time times 1000 times 1000.
So it's the same problem that we have in the
Yeah, you have to do it manually to change the time. So I changed it manually inside the code to be 30. Okay. Anyway, when you stop recording, you want to stop the record, right? So I made here a subscriber to cancel and to survey. Survey, once you submit on the video recording page, once you click submit, it will raise survey. Just like that survey, when it raises with the value of the survey. It's the same event, it's fine. It just raises the event again. And cancel, once it presses cancel. Any of this happens, it will stop recording.
Can I make the recording period for a minute?
However you want.
Okay.
Yeah, this is the maximum recording time. Okay, I defined in the code here. But if you cancel or submit before that, it will just stop the recording, because this delay, whatever it's doing, is just stopping that recording after 30 seconds. So if I want to stop recording, once you stop it before that 30 seconds, I just stop the recording directly.
It's not supposed to flash.
No.
You try to use it.
For me, it did. Yeah. And another thing that we had to do. Now, what is the file name of the recording? The video that you recorded. .avi or .mpeg. But the second time someone else comes in, they will record the video, the same name will be there, and it will overwrite the old one.
It can't be saved like adding number.
Exactly. So that's what I did. I imported time and date time. What I did is that, and even if it is a second difference, because I'm using the second in the naming of the, just like your mobile phone says the videos or photos with the time. So same thing I did. I changed the file name to be video survey plus date time, which is gonna be year, month, date, hour, minute,
في
second.
حاجة تانية أسهل. هو أنت أساسا أنت عندك في الميموري تسجل الإيميل
نعم.
والموبايل.
بس ممكن that person
ممكن
can
تاخد
came in.
الموبايل وتحط
ممكن نضيف الايميل او الموبايل على الاسم كمان. It's another way. بس let's say he came again. So this is a simple way to do it. You can add the name as well, or the email, or the mobile number.
أو يعني الرقم أو الإيميل بعدين التاريخ.
But there is a point. What if that person didn't do anything else, just taking survey in video?
Okay.
You will not have his name, you will not have his email, you will not have his number, you will not have his nothing, right? So we can make that as a check. If email is but you have to do it. I mean, you have to go through some checks. Okay, if that person entered that scenario, then I add the file.
اسمه
add
اسمه
أيوة.
بعدين التاريخ.
But if not, but it's a long story we go for. Okay, in current scenario, I see it better to have it just the date. Okay, because you will never have the same video name again. Now we have one problem. If that person doesn't want to save the video and he presses cancel,
مش هيحفظ.
the video is still pressed, it's
Yeah,
saved.
it's already recorded at once.
Yeah, because the API is recording with the file name from the beginning.
Yeah.
It starts recording and saves the file name. So if the person presses cancel,
We have to add some erase function.
yes, that's the second point, which I don't want to do it before asking them. Do they want the person to cancel actually the saving, the recording? So once you cancel, if it was a cancel, so we have to make a new input to this block, okay, call it cancel, and have cancel connected to that input. So if he cancels, then we have to go and delete that file. Because this is the only way that we make sure that this file is cancelled, this recording is cancelled, not saved, not submitted. Because the user expects that this is cancelled, not submitted. Got it?
So-
But for now, it is the same. If he presses cancel or submit, the file will be there.
مكتوب هنا في البروجرام وين هيحفظ مكان حفظ.
الكود الفile is saved on the robot itself. يعني to open it, you have to go to FileZilla. No, not File. You have to go to FileZilla. Right now, you have to put the robot IP 127. Username now, password now, 4022 by default. If you don't put it, it will be correct as well. And then go to recordings camera. You will see all the videos recorded.
مش ممكن مثلا احفظهم.
See, they have different file sizes, so they have different.
You can add an IP address or something else.
Yes. Yeah, you have to. Yeah, just like they did in.
I think it will be much better.
ممكن and ليش؟ لأن internal number للروبot is limited.
Exactly.
Got it? So you either do it that way, or for now it is easier to do it on the file because we don't have access to any other laptop. I'm not really sure, but we don't expect much more than 10 persons to give feedback now in video, so we can have the manual done for now. Later on, if you want to have it there, this is just the exhibition for 1 day. So if you want to be put in long term, you have to make a database that's connected to that, where you want to add persons to save people emails, mobile numbers, and read from database and save videos there. Got it?
As for the cancellation, I think you should add another button, like one for stop recording and cancel the order.
What should the cancel? See, already we have it. Cancel.
No, I mean to add
Stop.
a button to stop. And the other button, the cancel, is to erase. Completely erase it.
We have stop, which is submit.
Oh,
We have submit and we have cancel.
okay.
So submit means that you finished, right? Before the setup.
Stop and right.
Stop and save. But cancel should be, now it is a stop and save. It should be stop, save, delete. Okay? Maybe this edit we can discuss it with them because it's an ethical thing.
Yes, yes.
Okay? Alright, I think that's it for now. So you may want to see it in action. So once you want to run it, it will ask you to save all files. Okay? Now, to see the
Sorry?
yeah, even if he's sleeping, he's still responding. Now, to see the tablet applications, you have to reboot the robot. This robot, this particular robot, you have to reboot it to see the application.
Okay.
Okay? Any other robot, by default, this is how it is working, that you have to launch this J-tablet browser.
Ah, yeah.
Okay? Once you run it, I don't know if it will happen now. It will not, because we
My
have.
tablet should be connected and should be running if you want it to run.
Which one?
My tablet. there's a block called my service. You have to run it if you want anything related to the tablet to be run.
My service.
Check the last uploaded. Run my service.
Last uploaded choreography doesn't have any my
The,
service.
beneath it, my service.
You can come in.
علشان اذا هذا مش شغال ولا شيء بيشتغل ترى في الروبوت من الاساس. هسه بشي يعلق في بلوك هني المفروض يكون مع اللاست uploaded.
Last uploaded the one that you made.
Yeah,
So
but
if it doesn't have my
it
service.
it should be there because it's actually by default it should be there.
Okay.
My services it's called.
Okay.
And it has to be run.
I will search that.
I don't know why it's not here.
Yeah, that's why the reason
That's
maybe
weird.
this, because whenever you start the robot from the beginning, if you don't start the program, it will be able to.
Maybe you should check the
Launch
program
them.
on the website.
Yeah, maybe we can update. Yeah.
Update them.
Yeah, but here it is the point that because we uploaded a lot of applications on the on the tablet.
But still, without the my service, nothing works.
Yeah, but why it is not working now? Because when you reboot the robot, the default thing we made is to start the Android applications, not to start the browser they have made. Okay, so if you reboot the robot now, the Android applications will appear.
Okay.
Okay, that's the case for our robots.
Speaking about Android, have you ever created an application on Android Studio and implemented it?
Android Studio, no. Why? Because these robots need upgrades as well as yours. Okay. So what we're doing now, we're trying few things. So this way, we don't need that
عملنا
upgrade.
ابلكيشن بس هو ما قدرش اكسس على الروبوت نفسه.
بالضبط.
يعني عملنا ابلكيشن
لأن أصلا الأوبريتنج سيستم اللي هي ماشي على البايثون مش نفس الجديد. الجديد literally it's like a little
An Android. صح.
tablet.
Exactly. But like, this is an Android tablet.
Yeah.
But the application they have limited apps. But we broke that limited access.
Which is good.
Yeah, we like for example we made the tablet with a mirroring application. So now we can see what's on the display on the tablet. Okay. We added some other applications for file transfer. Okay, Wi-Fi file transfer. We added some good applications, but we're still working. We may add more things later.
Last time you said about creating the QR code.
So that's